كده ال 12 صفحة انت ايه ليش مجموعة ولا ايه انا لو انت قايله لي 9 انت قلت لي ابدا من 9 مش انا بدات اسجل من 9 لو قلت له 9 قلت له 9 هيقول لي هلاقي 3 هنا و4 هنا و2 هنا فمش هجمع حاجه ابتدي بيه هعطل الاثنين اول ما قلت دي ببدا اقفل دي خلاص يلا يا جماعه سجلوا على الصبح صباحي هي دي اللي موجوده حاليا انا هقول لهم بقى انا النت
خلاص اشتغل
كله اشتغل لا الكليه بعيده عني كله دخل بس احنا عاملينها بقى ايام مختلفه
We are supposed to revise what transportation and what guys. What else should we revise? Direct and indirect?
Yes.
I'm gonna send you a link for all the lectures, okay? All the lectures recorded and all the lectures written and all the vocab we have taken since we started till we finished, okay? So I'm gonna send you the links today, inshallah.
What about the next lecture? Is there any recorded lectures?
For the TOEFL, yes, next time, inshallah, I think I'm gonna give TOEFL revision on the TOEFL, and I'm gonna give you, yes, it's recorded. The TOEFL is recorded. But the next one, the last session, which is on Thursday, inshallah, it's not recorded because it's about interview questions and so on. So you have to be in front of me to tell you how to deal with that. Okay. So just the last lecture, I mean, if you would like to be absent next time, because the TOEFL is recorded, it's okay. But the one after Thursday, no, please try to come. Okay. Okay, let's start revising our session.
The first one, the question about the story.
Story, okay. It's working? Okay. So hello everyone, how are you today?
Fine.
Okay, so let's start our session. I'm gonna revise what we have taken last time, so if you have a question, you can ask, okay? Before I start revising, do you have any question? Is there
No.
any? Sure? Okay. Okay, let's go on. Reported speech, I think we answered the first sentences, but we didn't answer all, right? Okay, so let's try to complete the questions. Report speech. Disconnected? So you can see the questions. So you can see the questions or not yet? No? Just a minute. Okay. Is it working now? Have the questions. Okay. Guys, did you divide yourself into groups for the presentation or not yet? Really? Why? I thought you were working on the presentation already. You don't have a group? I told you just choose any person to be with you in the group. Yeah, I mean, this is up to you. I'm not gonna say, for example, Yasmina be with this group. I'm not gonna say this. You choose and agree together and agree on the topic and agree how can you do this, because I'm gonna see it on Thursday, inshallah.
Yes, you told us to make slides. We don't know how to make slides.
You don't know how to make slides on PowerPoint? This is easy. Okay, I'm gonna show you just a minute. Okay, I'm gonna show you example. How can we make the presentation? Okay, and what ideas you can choose. Okay.
Are there any videos about the presentation? How to explain
No, she said يعني اكتبوا اسماءكم. Don't write in the chat. Okay, for example, I'm gonna show you examples of how my last students made some presentations. Okay, I'm gonna show you how. Have a look now. For example, one of them made a presentation about this. It's a group, of course. Okay, not just one person. Okay, they choose to make it about countries. Okay, they make every person or each person in the group choose one country, and they start to speak about this country. For example, what are the traditions of this country? For example, if it's famous of any festivals like this, like what we have here. For example, if they have special costume, special clothes they wear. Okay, so they speak about this part. Remember something, we don't write a lot in the presentation, we just write notes. Okay, this is just an example. For example, if they have certain food, I'm gonna explain everything and then you can ask. Okay, if they have anything that is very special for them, the other person in the group, they made it like one. I'm gonna show you this one. For example, another one choose a different country, started to make the famous food in this country. If they have a famous sport or something that is there, for example, what are the traditions in the wedding in this country? If they have special traditions related to wedding as well. This topic was about countries. Okay, this topic was about countries in general. The dances, if they are famous of any dance. The other person made it like about India, for example. The same, the touristic places that you can visit in this country. What can you do if you visited this country? As well, the food, the traditions or the festivals. There is also in India, how do they manage the traditions or the customs? The famous art related to this country, if there is a famous art and so on. So this was one topic, but each person chose a country and they started to talk about this country, the economy of this country, the money, the currency in this country, what's the currency, and it's equal to what for Egypt, for example, something like this. So you can choose a topic like this. If you are not interested, you can choose any other topic. I mean, you can talk about, for example, famous persons. For example, I want to talk about Zuel. I want to talk about scientists, famous scientists, Magdi Yaoub, for example. The other person talked about, I mean, each person in the group choose one person and start to talk about him. What did he do for people? How he helped others? What are his achievements? What's a background about him? Is he still alive or he is a dead person, and so on. So you can choose, for example, persons. Others choose to talk about science, scientific topics. If you can choose about, for example, nuclear power. What's the importance of nuclear power? Who owns nuclear power? For example, what are the advantages and disadvantages of nuclear power? So, I mean, you can choose any topic. It's up to you. Some others talk about weird, it means strange restaurants around the world. So for example, there is a restaurant where you are, when you get into the restaurant, everything is dark. You can't see anything. Why? Because people, the servants in this restaurant are blind. They can't see. So it's all, the place is dark and you sit in a place and you can't see anything. And you eat something that you don't know what is it. I mean, you can choose, I want to eat chicken, for example, or meat or whatever. But you don't see what you eat. You don't. Okay. It's strange. Other restaurants, they make what you choose the whatever you want from the menu. Okay. And after you finish eating, they don't tell you how much is that. They don't. They make what? They ask you, if you like the food, you can pay whatever you like. If you didn't like the food, you can pay cheap money. You can't pay a lot of money. So it's up to you. You can pay high prices or low prices. So it's strange, not common. Others talk about, for example, strange hotels in the world. Do you know that there is a hotel made of glass? All the hotel is made of glass. Another one is made from snow, certain type of ice. Not snow, sorry, ice. So you get into the place, it's all of ice. All the place is ice. Even the bed, they just put something on it, it's made of ice. So strange hotels, for example. So it's up to you. You can choose any topic that you want. You can choose topic related to your study. For example, one of my students was studying, I don't remember exactly the different language they discussed, but for example, they talk about French language, English as a language, and the Turkish or Chinese, as I remember. I don't remember exactly. So, for example, she started to teach everybody how to say, for example, hello in different languages. How to say, for example, how are you? Different thanks in different. I'm sorry in different languages. So it's up to you. You can choose any topic that you want. It's free.
I choose violence against women or
Okay, the topic that you are going to choose, you have to agree with your group on this topic. I mean, for example, you are a group together. You have to agree on the topic. I don't mind any, but you have to agree all, because everyone is going to search and make certain part. So you have to agree.
Doctor, it is necessary to work group.
It is. And you have guys, you have WhatsApp. You can make I mean, for example, you are a group together. You can make a group for you on WhatsApp. Start talking. You are going to do what? You are going to do what? Okay, I'm gonna search for this. I searched for this and I like this topic. Do you agree? Okay, I agree. You are going to do what? I'm going to do, for example, the food. You are going to do the clothes. You are going to do the economy. Whatever. Each person is going to make a part. So you have to agree by today, by the end of today, you have to agree on a group and on a topic. Okay? It's difficult? Yes, you have to. Okay?
Doctor, this project in Tuesday or Thursday?
On Thursday, inshallah. Thursday, okay?
Do on Thursday.
Sorry?
Okay.
Okay. Thursday, inshallah. Okay? As for those who don't know how to make PowerPoint, it's simple and easy. You just write here, PowerPoint. If you have this, it's gonna be easy to make it like this. Just in the search, you choose a blank presentation. You start to write. You start, for example, my title. For example, I'm gonna talk. My topic is about sports. Okay. For example, if you'd like to mention who made the topic, Dalia. Okay. For example, Ahmed, Ali, Mustafa, Yasin, whatever. Okay. You can put a picture as a background. You can put pictures related to the topic, and then you add. You add here from this new slide. You are going to add new slide. You are going to choose, for example, title. You are going to write some parts, and you are going to put any picture that is related. That's it. It's very simple and very easy. It's not so difficult at all. You know now how to deal with that? Try. If you didn't try, if you didn't know anything or you didn't know how to do anything, just ask me and I'm gonna help. Okay. Let's revise what we have said before. But before this, okay. There is a nice way of learning vocab. Okay, of learning how to deal with vocab. I sent you a video before about how to repeat sentences, phrases, and expressions. This is about vocab only. Okay, how can you do this? It's simple. It's called derivatives. What are the derivatives? Derivatives of these words or of the words are what? The noun, the verb, the adjective, the adverb of the same word. It's called the derivatives. In Arabic, we translate it like المشتقات, that the same word. So for example, if I said teacher, what's the verb out of teacher? Teach. Exactly. That's it. Okay. So I mean, if you get to know the word, the noun, the verb, the adjective, and the adverb of the same word, it's going to be having, or it's like having many words in this case. Okay. Of course, not all the words have the same derivatives like this. Okay. But I'm gonna give you examples. Okay. Let's try. I'm gonna show you the first one. That's the first one. The word action. It's a noun. Okay. What's the verb out of this word? What's the adjective of this word? What's the adverb of this word? I'm gonna give you a minute to think and to try to tell me. What do you think? The adjective, the adverb, and the verb. You can think together. I mean, if you'd like to make it like groups, it's okay. I don't mind. Don't discuss the presentation now. تكلموش في presentation now. You have all the day on WhatsApp or after the lecture if you'd like to. If you got any, just tell me. If you answer the question, just tell.
Well, adjective, active. Adverbs, actively or active.
Okay. I'm not gonna say true or false. No, I'm gonna say at the end. I'm gonna listen to what you say. Just. From the same word. Yeah, I mean action. What's the verb out of action? What's the adjective out of action? What's the adverb out of action? That's it, from the same word, okay? You can tell me, what did you get? It's okay. Just a try. What's the verb? Act. What's the adjective? What? Guess it's okay. Just okay, actful. What's the adverb? Okay, I'm gonna show you what's the answer. Act, yeah, that's the verb. Active. That's the adjective. The adverb, just you add ly. Actively, simply. Yes. So, did you get it? It's not so bad. Let's try again. Cheerful. Cheerful is an adjective. You are going to give the noun, the verb, and the adverb. Yes. Just tell me and I'm gonna help. It's okay. It's not an exam. Okay, so she can just ask. It's okay. Did you try or not yet?
Yes. Cheer.
Cheer,
Cheering. No.
cheery, okay.
Cheerfully.
Cheerfully, the adverb. Do you have any other suggestion? Okay, let's have a look at how can we answer it. Cheer, it's the verb, yes. Cheerful, it's already cheerfully, that's the adverb. Cheerfulness, that's the noun.
If we add ing, it became a noun also.
It's gonna be adjective, cheering person, for example. Okay, let's try another word. Really? Do you remember the adjective for personality? Do you remember the adjective we have taken for persons? You don't remember the adjective that we describe the person with? What does mean cheerful? Yes, yes, no. Yes, the person who is happy most of the time. So it's an adverb. You have to get the adjective, the verb, and the noun as well. مش حد هو بيظهر لي لو في حد موجود جنبي. Okay. Okay. This is what? Both are nouns or what?
The verb clarify.
The verb clarify, okay.
The noun clearness.
Clearness. And the adjective.
Verifiness.
What's the adjective? Clear? Let's have a look at the answer. Guys, the adjective is clear. It's a very famous adjective. The verb is clear or clarify. So clear is a verb and an adjective at the same time. Clarity is the noun and clearly. Okay. The last one, okay. Collect. Collect is a verb. To collect money, collect stamps, collect anything, coins. Hello.
Yes, the verb is collect. The adjective is collected. The noun.
The what? Again, please. The verb is collect. Okay.
Yes, the noun collection.
The noun collection.
The adverb is collectively. Collected.
This is the noun. The adjective.
The adverb is collectively.
Okay. Yeah, this is right. Perfect. Yes. Collect is a verb, collection is a noun, collective is an adjective, collectively is an adverb. Perfect. Well done. Okay, you need more or that's it?
We need the link now. We need the link to exercise.
To exercise. This is not a link. This is just I made a collection. Okay, of the verbs that we can use in the dictionary. Just the verb. Okay, and after it there is always the noun or the adjective. In Cambridge Dictionary online that we have taken. You always have in Merriam-Webster also have the same. Okay, okay. I'm gonna stop to collect. Okay. Now let's revise first and then we are going to get back to this, okay? The first one, I think we made the first one or we didn't. This was homework. Yeah, number 2. How did you answer number 2? Sorry? We did this? Okay, so we start from number 5 or 6? Number 6, okay. They said we have just arrived. Who would like to start? Yeah, Badriya, go on.
They said they had just arrived.
Excellent, thank you. They said that they had just arrived. Exactly. He would. Okay, clean the car. Number 8.
She said that she had not done so that.
She hadn't? Hadn't said. After had, we have the BP. The verb is say. What's the past said? Hadn't said. Yes?
She said that she didn't know where her clothes.
Here, shoes, where? Thank you. Well done as well. 10.
He said that
He wouldn't. Thank you. Perfect, guys. Thank you. Let's see the imperative form. We answered what till what in the imperative.
She told me to go upstairs.
Okay. Yeah, number 2, guys.
Yes. Close the door behind you. He told me. He told me to close the door behind me.
Yes, thank you. 3.
He advised me not to be late.
He advised us not to be late. Number 4.
Stop staring at me. She said. She told me to stop staring at her.
She told him to stop staring at her. 5, go on, Yasmina. Okay, he asked her not to be angry with him. Yes. 6, yes. To leave her alone. Thank you. Number 7. Yes. Go.
want us not to drink and drive.
She warned us not to drink and drive. Exactly. Thank you. Well done. Questions? Yeah, guys, what do you think? The first question, I think we answered. No, we didn't. Okay.
I think the question and the date after I didn't answer.
Not this one. This was homework or not?
Yes.
Yes, homework. So let's try.
Number one, what's the time he asked? He wanted to know what the time was.
Thank you. Perfect. Number two. Again, the answer. Just the answer. Don't read the question. We have the question.
She asked when we would meet again.
When will?
When they
When they?
would meet again.
Okay, thank you. Again. Number three.
She asked him if he was crazy.
Okay. Oh, sorry. Number four.
He wanted to know where we had met.
He wanted to know.
To know where they had met.
Yes, they. Yes. Okay. You said the at the beginning. Okay. Number five.
He asked Bilal if she would be at the birth.
Yes. Thank you. Number six.
Yes. She asked me if I could meet her at the station.
Okay. Yeah. Number seven. Yes. Go on, please.
The teacher wanted to know who knew the answer.
Who?
No.
Knew the answer. Knew just like the word knew. It's the same pronunciation. Homophones. Okay. Yes. Thank you. Number eight.
He wanted to know why I didn't help her.
Okay. Didn't. Yes. Didn't help. Number nine.
9, she asked me if I saw that car.
Okay. The last one. Yes. If they had tidied up their room. Yes, exactly. These are the answers if you didn't get it well, guys. Okay. Okay. This was homework or no? Okay. Let's try to answer these questions. You didn't get it so far? I don't know. The first sentence.
Yes.
She said.
She said I had very tired.
Again?
She said I had very tired.
Dalia?
She.
This is number one. We changed the pronoun. She said that she was past simple. We changed it into what? Who said? Excellent. Thank you. Had been. The pronunciation been. Okay. She said that she had been very tired. From past simple into past perfect. So don't forget. Okay.
Be careful when she said she told him to be careful.
To be careful. This is easy. Number three. She says
She said she would get herself drink.
A drink. Yes. Number 4.
He wanted wonder why I hadn't phoned him.
Him. Yes. I hadn't phoned him. Number 5. Yes. Please at the end. He said. Excellent. He couldn't drive them home. Number 6. Yes. Yasmina.
If he
Either tea or coffee.
Peter preferred coffee.
Again the answer.
He asked Peter if he prefer either tea or coffee.
Prefer.
Preferred.
Preferred. Tea or coffee. Number
Can
7.
he answer either tea or coffee or
The same. We don't
answer.
change it.
Number 7. She asked me where I had spent my holiday last year.
Thank you. Well done.
Number 8.
Yes.
You can say yes. Yes, year.
Sorry?
Last year or
Last year we can change it or we can't change it. Yes. I mean for the words that change this word. I told you last time that last changes to the previous year or the year before. It's okay. I mean, if you miss it, it's okay as well. But it's more proper to change. More proper. Yes.
number 8?
Number 8. Yes, you can answer. He advised her.
To not went too far.
Yes. We are waiting for you.
أنا مش شايفاها أصلا بس اللي هي not to go too far.
Not to go too far. Okay.
We wanted to know if I had been shopping.
Okay.
Not to go far or not to went far. Here, number 8. Not to go far or not to went far.
No. Go. Go. Verb infinitive. We don't change it. Yes.
He asked us not to make so much noise.
He asks us not to make so much noise. Exactly. This was homework?
He said, I like this one. He liked this cup.
He liked, and we said that we changed this into that, if you remember. Okay, that song, if you'd like to change it as well. Yes?
He asked me where my sister was.
Thank you, perfect. Number 3.
She said she not to speak Italian.
Sorry, again?
She said not to speak.
Okay, I don't speak Italian. This is a sentence or imperative? I mean, this is declarative sentence or imperative? Declarative. Why you change it into to or not to? Just the imperative. It's to or not to?
She said she didn't
She didn't. Why hadn't? This is present simple. You change the present into a past simple. So she said that she didn't. Didn't what?
Speak.
After did, we have the verb what? Infinitive. She didn't speak. Okay. Italian. Okay, 4. Thank you. This is to say, because this is imperative. Say hello. Okay, number 5.
He said the film had begun at 7 p.m.
Yeah, that's correct. Number 6. She told the boys
Not to play.
not to play. This is easy. Number 7.
She asked him where you had spent his money.
where
He had spent
he
had his money.
spent his money. Perfect. I never make mistakes. He said,
he said he never made mistakes.
thank you, well done. Number 9.
I wanted to know if she knew the report.
Robert. Without the. The last one,
Yes, don't try this.
not to try this. Not to try that at home. We said that this changes into that. Don't forget. These are the answers if you would like to check again. These are the answers if you would like to check again. Okay, for those who missed in. Okay, for means of transportation, I think we had homework. No,
Yes.
we had homework. Unjumble the words. This was homework.
Yes.
If you got any of the words, just tell me.
Yes. Number 1, chain.
Change. Number 2,
Breathing.
pretty much.
Yes. Number 3, airplanes.
Airplanes.
4, example.
Okay.
5, flow.
Flew.
6, service. Yes. Number 7, sardines.
Sardines. Yes.
Yes. 8, wheels. Number 9, steering.
Yes.
10, personal.
Okay. Thank you. Well done. These are the words, guys. Change. Ready. Airplanes. Example. Flew. Service. Sardines. Steering. Wheels. Personal. Okay. So how do you go to the university, guys? Or how do you come to the university? Yes. Sorry? Okay. I want to hear everybody's answer. I want to hear every one of you. Yes, let's start. How do you come to the university?
By microbus.
Yes, by microbus, it's the same. Yes.
Even imaginable answer. It's not necessary that you
Okay. How?
I
Yeah, Rania.
I drive in car.
By bus, by car.
I drive in car.
I?
I drive in car.
Okay. Yes. Yeah.
I took bus.
Okay.
By bus. By bus.
Yeah, guys. Yeah. By metro. Did you hear this session? You didn't hear the lecture, right? انتوا ما سمعتش lecture صح؟ Did you hear the lecture for transportation? That's why you answer like this. We never, when we speak, use by or in or on. We don't use this. Native speakers don't use this. So if you ask any native speakers, how did you go to work? How did you get to the club? How do you, for example, go to the cinema and so on? He never uses by or in or on. It's always like this. Take or drive or ride or walk or fly. That's only the answer for this question. Okay? So instead of saying by bus, we say I take the bus. Okay? The train, taxi. For example, if you drive, you don't say I go by car. You say I drive simply. And don't say I drive a car, because if you drive, it's a car. It's understood. We never say what's after I drive. I just drive. Okay? If you ride, you can say ride a bike, motorbike, horse, anything that you get on. It's ride. Walk, instead of saying I go by foot, we don't say this in English.
Please, doctor.
If you travel by plane, we say I fly. Yes?
الصوت واطي بس.
Wala? Yes? The voice is not clear?
Yes.
Okay, just a minute. It's better now? Okay.
No,
No?
not clear.
I'm trying to make it clearer, okay?
Okay.
So how do you go to work, or how do you get there, or how do you get around? We just say these words, don't forget, okay? If it's a present, I take. So if you ask me, how do you go to work? How do you go to work? The habit for you. I take the bus. How did you go to school yesterday? For example, I took the bus. It's according to the question that you ask. How will you go to the party? I'll take the bus. So it's according to the question you are gonna answer the same tense. Okay? Okay, let's revise the other one. Yes. Did you try to answer these questions? Or you forgot? You didn't answer these questions, or you answered? You answered? Perfect. Let's revise.
Yes, number one.
Yeah, number one.
Yes, it can take a while to go through passport control at the airport.
Yes, thank you. Well done. So passport control. Number two.
We put some low package for our trip.
Excellent. Baggage for our trip. Number three.
The tower operator will arrange transport and plan your itinerary.
Itinerary. Yes.
Yes.
Number four.
Trainer are going other things.
Thank you. Well done. Number five.
Officials say that the reason for the large number of delay
Excellent.
flight was the bad weather condition.
Very good. Thank you. Number six. Yes.
Yes. The next train for airlift will depart from platform 9.
Thank you. Well done. Number seven.
The train will include the
Channel. Thank you. Number eight. My bike has had two punctures. Yes. In the last 3 weeks, I stole the car. Yes. The last question. Because the clutch is slipping. Thank you. Well done. Did you study these idioms?
Yes.
My way or the highway? What does it mean? Mm.
If someone give you idea, you can
My way or the highway? So it's just about agreeing for ideas.
you want or not?
So what's the result if I didn't agree?
I
Okay, it's close enough for the meaning. My way or highway, you say it to a person if you are telling him that to accept what you say or to leave this person alone without doing anything. Okay. Okay, what does it mean? Fifth wheel.
Means that the person is not important.
Yes. When you feel that you are not an important person in a situation or you are an extra one. Okay, well done. I think we had listening as homework or no? No? 3 audios, yes. Let's listen for them. Okay, let's start with this one. The first one we are going to start with bus transportation. Did you listen for this or shall I repeat? Repeat, okay.
Walking down to the bus stop right now. I take the bus every day. It usually takes about an hour. And things I like about taking the bus are, number one, I don't have to worry about the driving in case of dangerous snowy conditions. And the other thing is that on the bus I can use the internet. It has a nice internet connection and I can relax and do work, relax, watch movies or whatever I need to do.
Did you try to get any? Have a look at the questions. Maybe you are going to guess. Okay. He likes riding the bus because he
doesn't have worry about driving in bad weather.
Yes. Randall sometimes while he is on the bus. Words. Thank you. Let's see the second one. Public transportation. Have a look at the question first if you didn't have an idea, and then we are going to listen. Okay, let's listen.
Vocabulary on transportation. Avenue. Bicycle lane. Bus. Bus pass. Bus station. Bus stop. Cable car. Highway. Intersection. Motorist. Pedestrian. Street. Subway. Subway line. Subway station. Taxi. Taxi stand. Ticket machine. Train station. truck.
Let's try to use these into these sentences. Bus pass. Pass. Subway lines. Pedestrians, okay. Let's listen for the last one. Or did you answer this? Listen.
Number 1. The bus to Reno, Nevada leaves at 9:50 a.m. Number 2. The bus to Boise, Idaho arrives at 9:35 p.m.
So number 1. Number 2. Okay, now let's see number 3. The bus fare to Seattle is, the bus leaves at, let's listen first and then check.
Number 3. The bus fare to Seattle, Washington is $112. Number 4. The bus bound for Fresno, California leaves at 11 o'clock sharp.
True.
Number 5. The bus heading to Reno is scheduled to arrive at 4:30. Number 6. The bus fare to Boise is $85. Number 7. The bus to Seattle is scheduled to arrive at 10 after 5. Number 8. The bus to Fresno leaves 20 minutes earlier than the bus to Boise. Number 9. The bus fare to Seattle is just under $100.
And the last one, number 10. True.
Number 10. The bus trip to Reno takes over 7 hours.
Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna give you a break for 10 minutes till 1, and then we are going to start again. Okay, so take a break, guys, for 10 minutes only, just to pray or do whatever you like. Did you sign? Did you sign? If you don't know a name, just to give them the names. Don't forget those who are online, okay?
معلش هو الولد اللي لابس ازرق ده كمان
ده المفروض جروب كان قبل كده. لو في ميستيكس امضوا عندها عادي مفيش مشكله، عشان هو مش دايما بياخد باله.
هو اصلا ما كانش عارف يعني هو
تمام يعني I mean لو في اي ميستيك في الاتاك What word can we make out of these letters? What do you think? Yes, firmly, exactly. Do you know what's firmly? You can say strictly, hardly, yes, hard, in a hard way or a strict way. Let's see the second. Hmm? No. Where is the other, if you say hi, where is the other H? Yes. Do you know what's slightly? What? You can use it in expressions or as an adverb. She's slightly, yeah, slightly tall. You can say so. She's not so tall. A little bit tall. Okay. Yeah, perfect. Socialize. It's a verb from the word social. You saw the words or what? You saw the words, or you are answering correctly. Okay, I'm gonna give you just one more thing. I want to show this for you. One of you asked it before. I don't remember who exactly asked me about punctuation. Punctuation is just like the comma, the colon, the semicolon. When can I use each one of them? I'm not going to speak about every detail. I'm gonna give you a general idea about when can we use the period. The period, it means the dot, the question mark, quotation marks, apostrophe, comma, hyphen, exclamation point, semicolon, parenthesis, or colon. These are the main punctuation marks that we are gonna take. This is important for writing only. It's not important for speaking, for sure. It's just when you write a paper or you want to write, let's just say, an essay or something like this, you have to be careful about the punctuation marks. What's the importance of punctuation? Is it important? Yes. Why? Because it can change the meaning of the sentence. I want you to read these last two sentences and try to tell me what's the difference between them. It's a very famous sentence. Maybe you heard this before. It's clear or not so clear? What's the difference? The comma? So I mean, yes, the comma. Yeah, this is correct. I mean, what's the difference in meaning? Just a Chinese English. No, just a Chinese English.
Yes, number two, it means to eat grandma.
Yeah, exactly.
They explain about this.
Mm.
Number one, let's eat, and grandma maybe said.
Maybe what?
It is two sentences. Let's eat.
The first one. The first one with comma. What's the difference between the first one with the comma and the second one without the comma? With comma, grandma is in front of me, or I'm calling her. She's, for example, in a place, and I'm calling her to come to eat together. So let's see, grandma. What about the second? We will eat our grandma. This is the meaning. So do you see just one comma? It made what? It made a difference in meaning. Okay. So let's see how can we use these punctuations in a nice way, and they're very simple. I'm not gonna say just difficult rules for you. I'm gonna say the smallest and the easiest one. The period which mean el dot or full stop at the end of the sentence. They come at the end of statements, commands, at the end of sentences and orders. So for example, it's raining today. In order to say that this sentence is ended in English, we have to put a period or full stop. Okay, don't interrupt me. It's like an order. You order a person in front of you, or a command. You are ordering a person to do something. Don't interrupt me. This is number one. So it comes at the end of sentences and commands. What about the question mark? The question mark means something is being asked. So it comes at the end of questions. And we said before, the type of questions are what? Yes or no questions, WH questions, and we added the question tag. Do you remember the question tag at the end? We also put a question mark. What about the exclamation mark? Exclamation mark, it looks like this. When can we put it? It shows a feeling of excitement. This is a huge dog. It means you are just surprised by seeing this dog, for example, or you feel excited for seeing such a big dog, for example. Okay, so again, in brief, the period or full stop at the end of statements and commands, question mark at the end of questions, exclamation mark when you show a feeling of excitement or surprise. What about the colon? The colon, this means this. We make this with two periods, two dots, like this. We can use it for time, like this, 11:35 p.m. It comes before a list. If you have a list, how can you say this in English? We have two different ways. The first one and the easiest one to use the colon. Just have a look. I'll need the following items from the store. What are these items? Bananas, grapes, watermelons, and lemons. And don't forget, there is only "and" before the end. And we separate between them using the commas. We never say bananas and grapes and watermelons. We don't say "and" repeated, just "and" at the end. So again, for time, and it comes before a list. There is a very important note about the colon. For every list, we can use it if we have a complete sentence, like what? Have a look here. A colon is used to introduce information, specifically after a complete sentence. What does mean complete sentence here? I'll need the following items from the store. I have a subject, a verb, and the completion of the sentence. It's a complete sentence. And we complete the list by the colon. So let's see the difference between this and this. My roommate wants to buy a car, and he has a lot of brands to choose from. And he said the cars that he can choose from. Okay? Now, I want you to have a look at these sentences, 1, 2, 3, and tell me, is it correct to put a colon here in the first sentence? Is it correct to put a colon here? Is it correct to put a colon here? I'll give you a minute to think. Shall I put a comma or shall I put a colon? So you have a minute to think and try to tell me. Don't forget, we use the colon for lists if it's a complete sentence only. If you don't have a complete sentence, we can't use colon. Let's try. Yes, can I use a colon here in this one? So I'm gonna say what? Liliana bought milk, cereal, and sugar without what? Without a colon. What about number 2? We can use the colon in this case. What about the last one? Can we use colon or not? Okay, let's revise together. For the first one, we are not going to use colon. Liliana bought. This is just subject and verb. There is no completion for the sentence. Milk, cereal, and sugar. We don't need to put a colon here. In the second one, Chris is taking 2 science courses. It's a complete sentence. Subject, verb, and the object. What are these courses? This is the colon. Physics 101 and biology 201. For the trip, be sure to bring items. If I said be sure to bring items, this is a complete sentence? It's not a complete sentence. The examples are what, such as, for example, clothes, tools, and lots of money. So we don't need colon. So that's the main rule for colon. Don't forget it. If you have a complete sentence, you can use colon. If you have fragment, it means not a complete sentence. You can't use colon in this case. So did you get it, guys? Okay. Now, for the comma, we said this before. We use the comma to separate a list. My favorite animals are. Oh, okay, no, that's the sentence. My favorite animals are giraffes, dogs, cats, and birds. That's a list completed for the meaning. It's also used between the date and the year. So do you remember the complete date? We have taken what? The month, the day, and then the comma, and then the year. So we can use also the comma in dates. Okay, now let's move on to the semicolon. When can I use the semicolon in English? It's like a comma, and above this comma there is a period or full stop. A semicolon connects independent clauses or parts of sentences that could stand as their own sentences. What does it mean? He loved that car. It was his greatest treasure. I can separate between these 2 sentences by putting full stop. I can put full stop in the middle. This is gonna be a sentence and this is another sentence. دي هتبقى جملة ودي هتبقى another one. But if I have 2 sentences and I want to link between them, I can put the semicolon. It's okay. So you can use in English semicolon or you can use full stops. Okay? Where would you put the period or semicolon in this sentence below? Now, I'll give you a minute to think. If I wanted to put a full stop or a semicolon here in this sentence, where can I put it? After characters? You all agree? Okay, let's check this. Yeah. In Western films, dark hats often represent bad or evil characters. Dark hats, this is the subject, represent, that's the verb, bad or evil characters, the rest of the sentence. A white hat, subject, does, the verb, just the opposite, the rest of the sentence. So you can put a period here or a semicolon. Okay? So periods and semicolons can be used interchangeably. So in English, if you don't want to make short sentences, في ناس مش بتحب short sentences, they can put a semicolon in between and put the 2 sentences together. This is number 1. Number 2, you should always use a semicolon in these 2 situations. What are these 2 situations? Between items in a series where commas are used for each item. What does it mean? Okay, have a look here. Science fiction includes Star Trek with Mr. Spock, Battlestar, with each asylum, and Star Wars with Luke and Darth Vader. Why here I use the semicolon? Because here you have two, and in between them there is a comma. So how can you separate between this two and these two? In other words, if I said fathers with their sons, mothers with their daughters, okay? So I'm gonna write it how? Fathers with their sons, mothers with their daughters. I want to separate between the father and the son and the mother and the daughters. How can I separate between them? If I put comma in between, it means all of them like a list. The meaning is going to be different. Did you get it? So if you have a comma between two and you have a series here, it means تسلسل من الحاجة يعني. So you can use a semicolon to separate between them. Let's see an example or another example. I have one. Okay, I don't have another one. Okay, let's see the apostrophe. We said this before, but I'm gonna repeat it again. When can we use the apostrophe in English? To show possession, that you own something. Somebody owns something. And for contractions, let's see how. John's dog, it means what? The dog of John, okay? Will quickly eat Mary's cat. So the cat of Mary. So here it shows what? Possession. They own the cat and John owns the dog and Mary owns the cat. Okay? Lou's sister will visit tomorrow. The sister of Lois. Yes, exactly. Okay? Also, in English, we said before that the apostrophe, we can use it for contraction. Do you remember contraction? Yes. But we said that contraction is not formal. يعني if you write in a thesis, لو حد بيكتب paper, academic paper, اللي هي thesis or رسالة أو حاجة, we even في international exams, الامتحانات الدولية, we never use contraction. ما ينفعش نستخدم contractions. Okay? It's a shame that you will leave soon. I can say بدل ما أقول it is بقولها it's. Are they not بقولها aren't they, for example. So the contraction بتبقى informal. We use the apostrophe for contraction. The hyphen and the dash. When can I use each one of them? We said this before. فاكرين الhyphen? Hyphenated compound nouns. فاكرين الcompound nouns hyphenated? Like what? Taxi driver. Yes. Mother-in-law. Yes. Do you remember these words? Hyphen. But it's one word. The same. So hyphens are used to combine two words into a single new one. Okay? Like what? The high energy music. يبقى high energy دي adjective للmusic show. يبقى adjective فيها. بتdescribe it. It's one word. Okay? Dash. Double the length of a hyphen. الداش دي اللي هي بتبقى يعني السبيس بتاعها أو السايز بتاعها double the hyphen. أكبر شوية من الhyphen. Shows a break or interruption of thought between sentences parts. Like what? Let's see. The high energy music show, which I attended last year, was a wonderful experience. Between the two dashes, الجزء اللي هو between the two dashes ده, I can remove it. ممكن أشيله خالص and the sentence is gonna be complete. وهيبقى sentence complete. Like what? The high energy music show was a wonderful experience. Complete sentence. Okay? يبقى الداش دي بتعمل ايه؟ For the interruption of thought. You wanted to add something extra as an interruption of the main idea. بتبقى interruption المين idea. we put it between the dashes. بنحطها between الايه؟ dashes. Yes, exactly. That's it in brief. يعني these are the punctuation rules in brief. Parenthesis is not so important. Let's see something else. Now, I want each one of you to choose a random letter. Yani every one of you is going to choose a letter. Behind this letter, there is a question. Behind this letter, there is a question. A question about anything. You are going to answer this question. You are going to try to speak for, let's say, a minute. A minute? It's, you think it's so much time? Really? I mean, you are going to try, okay? For a minute. Do you have a stopwatch? Is there any one of you? A minute. Let's see who can complete the whole minute without stopping in English. Shall I give you a minute to think? You get the idea? You get it?
B.
You are going to choose what, sorry?
B. My little.
B. Let's see, Badria's letter is going to have what question? Talk for a minute about what you did last weekend. When you want to start, just say, I'm gonna start, okay? We are going to count for you. How long did you try to speak in English without stopping? You have to think with her. If you are going to answer the same question, can you say what you did last weekend? What else? What did you study? What did you study? Was it easy or was it difficult? Did you like it or you didn't like it? Okay. Mashallah. You are ready? Who has a stopwatch, guys? Who has a stopwatch? No, let's try. I mean, let's see for how long did you try to speak in English? Do you have a stopwatch? A minute. Okay, let's go on. Start.
Last weekend, I do many things. I wake up early in the morning. I get to bathroom. I have a shower. Then I go to the kitchen. I made a breakfast for me and for my children. We gathered to read the Holy Quran. Then we try to tidy the rooms. Everyone, I ordered everyone to go to his own room and tidy it. Then we make the house well clean and tidy. I went shopping. Then I buy many things like tomatoes, and many kind of fruit like apples. I love apples very much, especially red apples. While I was in the shopping, I met my best friend. I was talking about many things. I asked her about her children and what she does, what she did in the last day. She was sick, and I asked her about what did she do. She told me she go to the doctor and she takes some medicine, and now she was fine. Then I came back home. I go to the kitchen again. I make lunch. I try to make. I made rice and salad, and I make traditional food like salta, bint al-sahin. I do many things for its private day. This day, the end of the week is private day, which we gather me and my friend, my daughter and my sons. Then after we ate lunch. We stay. Everyone go to his special room. I take a nap. Then after I wake up in the afternoon in the evening, I go to visit my neighbor. We drank coffee and we chat with each other. Then I came back home. I revise my study and I check whether my students, my daughters and my sons have homework or then I after I check their homework, I go to my room. I have a call with my husband. He's in Saudi Arabia. Yes, and then I study. I try to listen to some English program in YouTube. Sometimes in listening. That's
Thank you. Well done. Thank you. Perfect. She finished the time, right?
Yeah.
She ended
3 minutes, 75.
3 minutes. Thank you. Well done. Okay, perfect. Okay, perfect. Yes. All what you said is perfect, and you made it very organized, and you switched it from different acts. But just
yes, I mix.
just one thing. You are talking about the last weekend, so you should use all the verbs in the past. That's it. So you say I do a lot instead of I did a lot. I go instead of I went. I have instead of I had. I wake instead of I woke. After we make made. I buy, I bought. She go to the doctor, she went to the doctor. I go back home, I went back home. It's a private day, it's a special day. We use a special more. Everybody go to his room, went to his room. I go to visit, I visited. Just without go to visit, I visited. So just the verbs. Okay, but otherwise, all are perfect.
Last lecture you told us that we must not
Focus on the
focus on
yes,
grammar.
but this is very clear. It's very simple. I mean, there is no shift. There is no shift between the tenses.
I think of time, not of verbs.
Okay, no problem. It's okay. But thank you. Well done. Who's next, guys? Who's next? Come on, let's try. You are not going to lose anything. Just a try. N M. What you want to do next summer? What you want to do next summer? Next summer. Go on, yes. Let's listen, guys.
I thinking about the many things to do in the last summer, next summer. I want to go to the beach with my family and with my friend because the last summer we didn't go because the corona time. And I want to defend a new word in the clinic. And I want to travel to Syria and for the visit my relative. I wish to do a course in my specialized multi-courses. And
What will you do if you travel to Syria? What will you do if you traveled to the beach, or if you went to the beach, or Alex? What will you do? I mean, how will you spend your time? You didn't tell me.
In the beach, I will. I miss the swimming. I love the swimming very much. Uh, and the party with my friend in the night. Uh, and in Syria, I miss my relatives and the places there. Uh,
So what will you visit?
but,
Is there a certain place will you travel to? Will you go to? Who will you meet? Who in your relatives will you meet?
I want to meet my friends, my best friends in Syria. I didn't see she from 8 years or 8 years ago. Uh, I visit my grandma and my aunts. Uh, I miss my cousins. Uh, I miss the parts in Syria. Um,
That's it. Thank you. Well done as well. Thank you. Perfect. Thank you. Well done. You stopped so many times. I don't want this when you speak, guys. I don't want you when you speak. That's why I tell you before you start answering, I give you just like a minute to think quickly. What can I talk about? So as not to make this so many stopping at the in between. But all it was good. Yeah, I mean the speaking was good. The pronunciation was okay. Not just, but it's not find. It's find a job. Visit my relatives. You didn't. I mean, when I asked you, you can make more sentences about your family there. I mean, who will you meet? Who is, for example, you said your best friend. Since when did you know this best friend? Why did you leave the place? You didn't tell me, for example, I know the reason. I mean, why didn't you speak about it? So as to just take the time in English. In my specialize, this is what you mean? Specialization. The noun. In the beach, we don't say in the beach, we say on the beach. Okay, we say on. I love the swimming. Swimming is a sport. We don't put the. I love swimming. It's my favorite sport. For example, since when did you practice this sport? Did you practice this in a club, for example, or just personal? You didn't tell me about this. In the Syria doesn't take that in Syria. Okay, we don't say that. I didn't see she. Didn't see her. It's an object here in this position. I mean, that's why I want you to speak to see what's missing at the end. So thank you. By the end, it was great. Thank you. Perfect. Well done. Thank you. Who's next, guys? What letter? S. Talk for a minute about your favorite or least favorite animals. He's going to show this. I see that it's on your screen, not complete so far. So start to think, what animals do you like, what animals don't you like, and why? Why do you like these animals? Why don't you like these animals? If you have a chance to have an animal at your home, what kind of animal would you get? What name would you give this animal? I mean, just to try to think in general. Did you go to the zoo before? What did you do? And so on. Generally, not just the animal that you want to speak about. Don't make it specific, I mean.
يعني الكلام اللي احنا بنحبه واللي ما بنحبوش.
Or it means choose one of them. But you can, when you speak, you say, I don't like this because of so and so. I like this because of so and so. Whenever you're ready, just tell me that you are ready. Yeah, I mean, if you speak with a native speaker and they started to ask you, so by the way, native speakers love animals in general. I mean, European countries, they love animals. So if they start to speak about you, about this topic with you, what can you say? That's it.
Okay. When I was a child, I went to the zoo a lot with my family. But actually, I I was afraid from them because I have phobia from animals. But from 10 years, we have fish in my home. I and my father and my brother. But when we broke their
Ball?
the ball when we clean it. I was afraid for my mother because we
We killed the fish?
we
You killed it on purpose or just okay?
because I was a child, but my mother react normally. But now I think I hope to buy a fish next time. But I'm afraid I I can't
Take care.
care them.
Okay, thank you. Well done, thank you. You started by saying that you have a phobia, so all the animals you are afraid of mostly, okay. Thank you, it was a nice one. You just, from 10 years, you say 10 years ago, simply, okay. We have a fish, 10 years ago, we have a fish, we had, okay, because it's a past. We broke it while we were cleaning. I mean, you broke it while you were cleaning the bowl. I'd like to buy again. Next fish. Okay, thank you. Well done. But you didn't tell us what was the name of the fish. Did it have a? If you are going to buy a fish, would you like to give her a name? What? Nemo? Okay. Yes. Next one. Who would like to be next? I'm not the number A. Okay. If there is another person who would like to answer the same question, we can just get it to another person and you can answer another one. It's okay. I mean, if there is anyone who is ready to answer this question.
This question must be for boys.
Well, there are some females who like sports as well. Oh, it's a kind fitness program. Yes. Would you like to answer the question or would you like to switch? It's okay? Okay, very good.
My favorite sport is swimming. When I was a child, I participated in Olympiad in swimming, and I went in. I won it in the first. I won it. I won it. But at the time, I don't swim anymore yet because I don't go to the swimming pool. Uh, and I practiced at the time. I practiced basketball or football with my family at the club. Uh, I I do yoga every week. Morning.
Do you like it or you don't like it? And why do you practice? Do you do yoga? I mean, give us more.
I like it and I do Zumba with my friends twice a week. When I was a child, broke I broke my leg because I when I was playing football with my brother and he pushed me on the grass and broke my leg.
That's it? Okay, very good. Thank you. Well done as well. Thank you. Okay. First, you can start. I mean, whenever you have a question that you don't have how to answer it, don't answer it directly. I mean, don't speak about sports just, you can speak about sports in general. You can say, most people like sports. Sports are important for the body to keep the person fit. Sports are really nice because it gathers people and it makes them having fun together or spend a nice time together out of work, for example. I have so many different friends from sports. I didn't speak about specific sports so far. I mean, speak generally and then start to say, for example, I don't like all type of sports. I don't like, for example, wrestling and boxing and so on because they are considered as violent sports. I like just soft sports like what, for example, I do yoga, I go swimming and so on. Okay. Once every week, we say once a week. Twice at week, we say twice a week as well. We don't repeat it. You mean recently or nowadays? I don't practice. You say at this time. Nowadays, I don't practice swimming anymore because I don't go to the pool. Okay, thank you. Well done. Okay, I think this is enough for this part. Next time, I'm gonna complete this. I'm not gonna. Would you like to do this? Okay, next time I'm gonna complete this part because I don't want you to get bored. I just want to give extra. Tricky questions. Tricky questions. We can take just a story, guys. I want to revise the homework for the story. Exam? It's okay. Just leave. Guys, there is a movie. There is a movie. Before you leave, so as not to miss this, there is a movie which is called The Pursuit of Happiness. Have you seen this movie before? I wanted you, if you can, to watch this movie and try to tell me what did you like about this movie? What didn't you like about this movie? It's this one.
How you doing? This is Chris Gardner calling for Dr. Delsey. Yeah, look, I'm running a little late for sales call. I was wondering if, Osteo National. But we can still, half an hour.
Pursuit of
Yes,
happiness.
beautiful.
Okay, just on that.
Beautiful. Thank you. Thank you.
I don't know why he can't get it for you. That's the name of the movie, Pursuit of Happiness. That's it, guys. I don't know if you watched this movie. It's a famous one, and maybe some of you have already watched this movie. I wanted you, when you watch this movie, the first time that you watch it with a subtitle in Arabic. يعني الكلام يبقى مترجم تحت بالعربي. Okay? The second time when you watch it, don't watch it with translation. ما تشوفوش translation وانتوا تتفرجوا عليه. The second time, not the first time. يعني أول مرة with Arabic subtitle. يبقى تحت الكلام كده Arabic. The second time, watch it in English, not in Arabic. This is number one. Number two, while you are watching, take notes. وانتوا بتتفرجوا بقى take notes. What did you like? What didn't you like? What's the best scene? The best scene for you? يعني the best part of the movie and why do you think it? What's the message of this movie? What does he want to say throughout this movie? Just try as much as you can take notes. يعني وانتوا بتتفرجوا take notes for anything that you want to take notes about. Okay? And we are going to discuss it. Inshallah. Can we discuss it next time? هيبقى available for it's okay for you? It's okay. Okay, next time we can discuss it. It's a nice one. If you don't have it and you have a flash now, you can have just a flash drive. I mean, you can take it from me. لو حد مش معايا مش هيعرف يجيبه من اليوتيوب, you can take it from my flash. It's okay. Okay. Let's start the business part. Let's start the story and the business part. This is gonna be our last part in the session. Okay. See you guys. Sorry? What? 15 minutes maximum, yeah. 15. If you have an exam, you can leave. الناس اللي عندها exams, guys, you can leave. If you have an exam, please leave. Okay? يعني don't stay till the end. You can listen to this later on in the report. Yeah, it's okay. Business? Next session inshallah will be recorded. التوفل هيبقى recorded, فيعني it's okay. Don't worry about the recording. For those who are online, it will be recorded inshallah. I'm gonna revise the stories first, and then we are going to move on to the business part. Okay? I think this was the first the story. The question: if you were one of the villagers, would you help the boy? Why or why not? And you are gonna mention the reason in this case. Yes. How did you answer, guys? How did you answer this question?
Yes.
Yeah, go on. Anyone can answer the question. It's okay for me.
In fact, if I were him, I would help him, especially when he needs me but I discover he is a when I discover he is a liar or cheating me, I want because I like those people who are honest and trustful. The boy here want to make a joke, but he doesn't choosing the best behavior or situation. He misunderstands the background of his joking. In fact, cheating destroy not only the relationship but also the society.
Thank you. Well done. Perfect. He misunderstands. Don't forget the us, or he misunderstood if you would like to speak in the past, but here it's gonna be us. Thank you. Do we have another? Yes.
Yes, I would have the sheep hard boy because this is an innate thing that's born with a person. When he see a person need for a help, even if this person annoy or hurt him, he cannot stand without doing anything. He will hit him through. I will hit him through.
Okay, so you will help him even if he keeps lying.
What?
Even if he keeps lying, you would help him. Yes. Okay. He sees. Okay. Yes. Just as. Thank you. Yes. Do we have another? You are going to what? Sorry.
I think like Bridget was turned on them 2 times.
Okay. He checked them. Yes. 2 times. Yes. Okay. The second one. What was the synonym? Did you get the synonym for obedient, guys?
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Yes, exactly. It's beautiful. It's this word. It's the synonym for obedient. Okay. The ant and the dog, we stopped at this story, or we have taken this story? Not yet. Who would like to try reading, guys? Yes, go on, please.
The ant and the bird. One day, an ant was searching for some water after walking around for some time. She came to a spring. To reach the spring, she had to climb up a head of grass. While making her way up, she slipped and fell into the water.
Just a minute, please. She came to a spring. What does it mean, the word spring, you guys? What is meant by this word? Not here a season. Why? Why do you understand that this is not a season here? What's the main reason?
The reason she comes to next to the fall. It's like the season of spring.
It's not about any. Yes, who said? Because of A. Thank you. Perfect. Here, because of the A, here, as spring, it means this word has a plural. If it's a season, can we say springs? Can we make it plural? No, this is the main reason. This is number one. Number two, because of the meaning. She came to a spring. What's a spring? A spring of water, guys. It's a small area of water, just like this. Do you see? A small area of water, like this, or like this. In Arabic, we translate it like yanbu'a. Okay? She slipped. Okay? Climb, the B is silent. Do you remember why the B is silent here? Do you remember this rule? Why B is silent here? It's after the M. Yes, whenever you have MB, we don't pronounce the B. Okay? Yeah, thank you. She slipped. What does mean to slip? That's it. This is slipping. Sorry? That's it. This is slipping, guys. Like falling, yes. She had to climb a blade of grass. What does mean a blade of grass? This is the blade of grass. The area, that's it. This is the blade of grass. It's like this or like this. Just this area. It's called blade, the blade of grass. And we can say the blade of the knife. If we say the blade of knife, we translate it like النصل السكين. Okay, the blade of something. So she climbed up a blade of grass. Yeah, thank you. Go on, please.
She could have brought it a dog up a nearby tree, had not seen her, and seen that the ant was in trouble. The dog quickly looked up a leaf and dropped it into the water, near the struggling ant. The ant moved toward the leaf and
Climbed.
climbed up there. Soon it
Carried
her safely to dry ground.
Thank you. Well done. She could have drowned. Drowned, it means what? It means die. Die in water because you can't swim. So it's like sink. Do you remember the word sink? If you can't swim and you are in the river, what happens to you? You drown. You drown into the water. Okay, or you sink. Plucked off. What does mean pluck? Pluck, it means to cut. Pluck off, to cut a flower, cut a plant, cut a leaf. In Arabic, we translate it like what? يقطف, yes. And dropped it in the water near the struggling ant. What does mean struggling? Fighting. She is fighting to live. She wants to live. She doesn't want to die, so she starts to struggle. And in war, or in war mostly, when I say they struggle for freedom, it means what? They fight for freedom. In Arabic, we translate it like what? يناضل yes. أو يقاوم يعني. Okay, dry. What's the opposite for dry? Wet, yes. Dry, it means has no water.
Just at that time, a hunter nearby was throwing out his net toward the dog, hoping to grab it.
Yeah, thank you. Just a minute, please. At this time, there was a hunter, a person who hunt. He had what? He had a net. That's the net. He wants to trap like this, to catch. He wanted to catch what? He wanted to catch the dove. So hoping to trap, to catch it. What happened? Yeah, go on, please.
Guessing what he was about to do. The ant quickly bit him on the heel, feeling the pain. The hunter dropped his net. The dog was quickly to fly away to safety.
Okay, thank you. That's the heel, guys. That's the heel. So the ant made what? That's the heel. The ant made what? She bit him here. She bit him with her mouth. Okay. So he felt what? He felt pain and he dropped his net. The dove was quick to fly away to safety. Okay. So she can now be safe from the hunter and his net or the trap. Now I want you to have a look again at this story. I want you to tell me what you understand. What do you get out of this story? So do you have any idea what you get out of this story?
Yes. Always make good things without thinking of rewards or a person whom we help because the rewards come soon.
Okay, thank you. Perfect. Yes. Okay, thank you. Well done. It's a lesson as well we can get from this story. Yes. Life is not easy, so you have to struggle for sure.
Allah always put who is help you in your way.
Excellent. Who is to help you? Who help?
Help you.
Okay.
Without
Who helps? Okay.
help.
Thank you. Well done. Yes. Do we have another person? Okay. Yes. Yeah. Do you want to add something? Okay. There is one more lesson he wrote here. One good turn deserves another. What does it mean? Whenever you do something good to a person, one day this good deed is going to be back to you. You are going to be rewarded from Allah sooner or later. I mean, maybe at the same time or maybe later in your life, you are going to have a person to help you and get you out of troubles or problems. Very good. Well done. For homework, you are going to answer this question, please. Which of these stories do you like and why? You have the stories here: the monkey and the dolphin, the fox and the stork, the wolf and the lamb, the fox and the grape. So the question is, which of these stories do you like and why? Why do you like it? Okay, I think that's it for today. Thank you. If you have any question, you can ask. I'm gonna do business next time, inshallah. Hadil business next time. Business and the TOEFL, and please listen to the TOEFL recording I'm gonna send or the video.
Good things don't ولا doesn't?
Good things don't. Things plural.
دكتور هلا اذا مثلا بدنا نكتب نتاكد من الجرامر او في شيء
I sent you the website for this.
بيتاكد لنا من
Yeah, I sent you a huge number of websites. Each website has a certain rule to do. So just to check them back, you are going to find one of them. I think Grammarly do this. It checks back what you did. Sure. You're welcome. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry? لا next session, I mean if you don't want to come you can get it online, it's okay. بس السيشن اللي بعديها اللي on Thursday ان شاء الله لا يعني mostly لازم يبقى فيها حضور عشان تبقى مهم، لكن السيشن اللي جاي it's okay ممكن تحضروها اونلاين لو ما حد يعني if you yes يعني if you don't want to come it's okay for me no problem. We wrote them. احنا كتبنا ناس الاونلاين. طب just كده I'm gonna check. Sorry?
Who will attend this
seminar? Just a minute. I'm gonna just ask them. Yeah, Busaina is there. Yes, I know. Dua, Riham,
Yes.
Tagreed, Wale. It's okay, guys. We have taken.
نعم موجودة.
Yes, thank you guys for
وأنا
today.
موجودة.
Okay, thank you. See you next time, inshallah.
Thanks دكتور. Thanks دكتور.
Yes.